In this video, we will discuss draw generation within a competition. There are two types of draws, the competitor draw and the stock draw. The competitor draw must run first. In our mid-November rodeo, we have set up a competition, and we have set up some scenarios here to work through some draws, including creating some common errors within. So you will access the competition, and then as you can see here, we have a number of events. We have some performances set up for this competition, and that is one of the places where we have set up a couple of errors, so we can highlight that. We have some competitors entered, and now we are going to go to generate the draws. So as we said, the first draw you need to generate by tapping the generate button is the competition draw. And so it has generated some draws here, and you will see we have a number of competitors drawn in as well as teams. Now if we tap on the show drawn out button, you will see that we have one competitor that was not drawn in. One of the things to know here is that when you tap on the generate button to run the competition draw, it will run the draw for all of the events in the competition. If your organization runs a multiple performance draw with draw preferences and settings for maximum competitors within the event performance combinations, then you have the potential for a competitor and or an entry group to be drawn out of competitions. So you can see anybody drawn out by tapping the show drawn out button as we just did there, and then go back to tap show drawn in to see everybody that has been drawn in. So now we're going to take a quick look at what happened with this. So we have Dave Louis, and he has not been drawn in. Now he was entered in bull riding, so let's take a look and make sure that bull riding is in the competition. It is. So step one, that's good. Now let's look at the performances, and here we'll find that while bull riding is in the competition, it has not been placed into the performance schedule. So there's no way that Dave Louis can be drawn into an event that is not in the performance. So now we've gone back to our draw, and we have done some editing to place the junior bull riding event into both the Saturday and the Sunday performance. We will save this. We'll go back to the draw, and we will generate the draw. Again, it's the competitor draw, and because we have already ran this draw, it's going to ask us if we wish to redraw. And so we tell it to redraw, and now before where we had 11, now we have 12, and so as we scroll down, you now see that we have Dave Louis who's been drawn into bull riding because that event is now included in the performances. And if we go to show drawn out, we'll see that everybody has made it in. So now that we have ran the competitor draw, now we can run the stock draw. And before running the stock draw, you need to make sure you have assigned stock to this competition. And as we see here, we have a competition assigned in junior bareback as well as in junior bull riding, so we should be good for running the stock draw. We will go to generate, and we want to run the stock draw, and we haven't ran this draw yet, so we can just do the draw missing because that will fill in, as you can see here, the stock for those events where stock is part of the draw. And again, it's the animals that were selected are available to be drawn in. So after you have ran the draw, you'll be able to view and edit and adjust as needed. To make an adjustment to a competitor in the draw, just tap on the competitor and choose to move or remove. So we want to move Jeff Black here, who is in Saturday Group 1 for bareback. We want to move him into Sunday Group 1 for bareback, where we don't have any competitors yet. So we're actually going to move 2 competitors. So let's take Jeff Black here, and let's move him. And we're going to move him to the Sunday performance, and now he'll be the only one in there. And we'll tap save. And now you can see the updates to the Saturday. And we're going to take Dan Donald, and we're going to move him as well into the Sunday. And when you're moving, the other thing you can do is you can adjust their position by moving Dan Donald to 1, or you can actually tap on them and move them around as well. So we'll just save that. So as we did, it's always a good idea to tap the Show Drawn Out button. In this case, we've already made the adjustments necessary. It's always a good idea after you run your draw to tap the Show Drawn Out button just to see if anybody for any reason is not included. And typically, the reason that they'll show as drawn out competitors would include things such as the maximum competitors within that performance are full, and so that competitor could not make it into that event. Or as we had here, events which are not included in a performance, so those members cannot be drawn in. And if you have any members who are not yet marked as fully paid, then they will be drawn out of events as well. So after all the draw adjustments have been made, you can now publish the draw to notify your competitors and make it available to be viewed by competitors and spectators. Simply tap the Publish button, and then we will tap Publish to confirm, and this will now send a note via in-app messaging that the draw for this competition is available to be viewed.